Kitty, I wonder, do you think the politicians and media ignore what others around the country said was the most significant part of Ryan Casey's victim impact statement? Ryan Casey, of course, was the boyfriend of the murdered teacher, Ashling Murphy. He prefaced his victim impact statement by saying his girlfriend's murderer had lived off the state without contributing to it for 10 years. And then he said, I feel like this country is no longer the country that Ashling and I grew up in and has officially lost its innocence when a crime of this magnitude could be perpetrated in broad daylight. We have to once and for all, he said, start putting the safety of not only Irish people, but everybody in this country who works hard, pays taxes, raises families, and overall contributes to society first. Those were very interesting comments, weren't they?
Yeah, I mean, I think elements of them were not good, frankly. I think they were incitement to hatred, and I think that's why aspects of the media left out aspects of them. This was an extremely heartbroken and devastated young man who has lost the partner of his life, but the race and nationality of the man who perpetrated that awful violence on Ashling and murdered her is irrelevant. And I can understand, you know, in the emotion and him feeling that, and he's entitled to his views. But I think the media has a responsibility to not report views that are incitement to hatred. And he is being held up as a hero of the far right now. So interesting, you may call them, but I
complex, I suppose, is another word that you could use for them. I mean, I'm sure he would say they weren't meant to be incitement to hatred. Was it the right thing for the media to overlook them in those circumstances? I mean, was it an embarrassed overlooking of those comments, do you think?
I don't think so. I think they were right to not include them. They were said they were. I don't think that they were helpful, and it's the kind of thing that, you know, the far right latches onto. That they latched onto the nationality of the man who attacked the children. And, you know, I'd love them to go down to the courts and report on all the white Irish men who are perpetrating violence on Irish and immigrant women every day in the court. They're not doing that. So the nationality, what the problem here is violence against women and children. It's not the nationality of the people who are perpetrating it. The problem is misogyny and hatred and entitlement to inflict violence on women and children. It's another related issue and ill in society, but it has nothing to do with race.